if you were to completely restart, you wiped away everything that you have currently, audience-wise, even business-wise, you were starting completely fresh.
Yeah.
What steps would you take to, again, build either your online socials and your audience?
Yeah.
Maybe let's do that first. Let's go with your online audience. What steps would you take from zero to build an online audience?
Yeah. Day one of business school is work out who you're gonna be serving. Make sure it's a micro niche. So you want vegan marathon runners. You don't want runners. You need to make sure it's something super specific and that you enjoy. Go out, and I'd find 15 of those people and say, do you mind if I can chat to you for 15 minutes? I just want to ask you a load of questions. What do you like? What do you not like? Where do you train? I'll build up a beautiful little avatar from my ideal clients. And then I'd go and create a program off the back of that. And it would be a 3-month transformation program online for those people. Because once you have that and you've got those people on board, they will give you all the content that you're ever going to need. Yeah. One little Facebook group of 15 people who are getting content for free. You can ask them every single day, what's your biggest challenge today, team? And they're going to give you that information. And that is your fucking content. And I'd go into TikTok and I'd find my way to just consistently get that message across one day at a time. Because that has bypassed a lot of stuff that we've done already, but it would ultimately be that simple. Does that make sense?
It's really interesting, right? Because a lot of people say, oh, go get this qualification. Go and read this book. You know, there's so many other things that are prioritized other than potentially going and just doing the uncomfortable task of going to speak to other people.
Step one. You know this, Sam, but there's like my old business partner. He was the most highly qualified, dumb motherfucker I've ever met in my whole life, okay? Because he had come from the army, and when he come from the army, they gave him £15,000 a year for 3 years for qualifications, and he had every qualification under the sun, but he could not connect with people on an emotional level for shit. And him putting his prices up and expecting, because the qualification that he has, that no one ever fucking asked you for, is going to generate business for him, was utter bollocks. And we split for that exact reason, is that you get academic and emotional intelligence. You need to understand you're dealing with emotional people. These are people that have emotional problems. Yeah, they say they want a six-pack, but really they want to feel confident and sexy in the bedroom. That's what they want. And if you can't articulate that, portray it to them, solve their problem for them, all the qualifications in the world don't mean a fucking wank, to be honest.
For me, it also comes back to the Pareto principle of like the 80-20 of what's actually important in your business. Yeah. And we are all guilty of it. But if we took the time to sit and reflect on whether you've got your own business, whether you have a job that you're working right now, what's actually bringing in the income, what's bringing in those results. And it's probably that uncomfortable task, but that's what you need to lean into even more. And obviously for you guys, that was leaning into the content creation and sharing your message, which has then had the trickle effect of everything else that you've now achieved in your business. Yeah.
Do you know what was cool about what we realized when it comes to social media following that got bigger? We've always been really good at starting conversations, and you must do this. It's as simple as that. If you know you're going to close 1 in 10 sales, but only 10 people will start a conversation out of 100, you need to start 100 conversations a day. It is literally that simple. Yeah. The biggest benefit about doing that whilst at the same time building a social media funnel and have a really good message. I get the pleasure to come on a sales call now with someone I've never met, and they come and like, oh, hey Ross, and they chat to you like they already know you. That video is really funny last week. We had that wig on. I'm like, okay, you know. But the point is that people know you before they come in, which is a huge part of it, because people don't want to start cold conversations, but you need to at some point. But if you're not doing that and you do just focus on the social media, I can promise you that the amount of people without you starting a conversation that could go on, fill out a form, qualify themselves, book themselves in for a call and turn up for it is not enough to sustain your business. Yeah. It's just not going to be.
I hope that you have enjoyed this content. And if you've got value from it, please do help me in supporting the channel by hitting subscribe down below. I look forward to sharing more content with you soon. Take care.